Dear Starseed, sister of Gaia, I am Aaliyah. Music swells gently, emissary of the Arcturian councils of light. I come to you today not with a simple message, but with an urgent, timeline-shifting transmission. A profound, energetic intervention directly from the stellar heart healers. You did not click on this transmission by accident. You were guided here by the highest frequencies of your own soul. The high beings have heard your silent cries in the middle of the night. They have seen the invisible tears you have shed over connections that drain your spirit, and they have orchestrated this exact moment in space and time to bring you the ultimate liberation. If you are listening to my voice right now, it is because your soul is heavy. You are a woman of the stars, carrying the ancient wisdom of galaxies within your cellular memory, yet you find yourself completely exhausted by the earthly game of love. You are tired, so incredibly tired of carrying the emotional weight of your relationships. You have spent years, perhaps lifetimes, pouring your radiant golden light into men who are not ready to awaken. Men who take your unconditional love and return it with confusion, emotional manipulation, and distance. By the end of this transmission, everything will change. You will learn the profound Arcturian secret to never getting angry, triggered, or bothered by anyone ever again. You will understand how to completely detach your sacred energy from unawakened men, and how this exact detachment is the precise energetic key required to finally manifest the twin flame, the man of Arcturian frequency, who is desperately searching for your specific light. But first, we must address the deepest wound of your sacred feminine. Music becomes slightly more somber, empathetic. You see, my beautiful sister, you came to this planet with a heart so vast, so incredibly pure, that you believed your love could heal anything. You brought the frequency of new earth with you. And because of this magnificent, overflowing compassion, you became a magnet for wounded souls. You became a sanctuary for men whose hearts were closed, whose spirits were fractured by the dense programming of this 3D reality. Your logical mind told you that if you just loved him harder, if you just explained yourself more clearly, if you just showed him enough patience, he would eventually see your worth. You believed that your light could fix his darkness. You believed that your profound womb wisdom could somehow birth a new, awakened version of him. But the stellar healers want you to hear this truth right now, and let it resonate through every fiber of your being. You cannot heal a man who is actively choosing to remain asleep. Music pauses briefly for impact, then resumes. When he ignores your needs, when he manipulates your emotions, when he leaves you waiting and wondering about your place in his life, he is not just being careless. On a multidimensional level, he is feeding off your reactions. Every time you get angry, every time you send that long text message trying to explain your feelings, every time you cry over his lack of effort, you are hemorrhaging your sacred life force energy. You are taking the divine, shimmering currency of your soul and handing it over to a dynamic that will never, ever serve your highest evolution. Your anger, your frustration, your deep bother. These are the exact emotional responses the old paradigm relies upon to keep you trapped. The matrix of toxic earthly relationships thrives on your emotional turbulence. When you are angry, you are tethered to him. When you are bothered, you are energetically chained to his timeline, effectively blocking the arrival of the divine counterpart who is meant to cherish you. Take a deep breath with me. Right now. Pause for 3 seconds. Feel the energy in your sacred womb space. That is your center of power. For too long, you have been the woman who waits. The woman who waits for him to change. The woman who waits for him to realize your value. The woman who waits for a text, for a commitment, for a sign that he finally understands the depth of your love. The Arcturians are stepping in today to tell you that the era of waiting is officially over. It is time to transition into the queen who magnetizes. But a queen does not lower her vibration to argue with those who cannot perceive her royalty. A queen does not get angry at the blind for not seeing the sun. She simply shines. You must understand the profound difference between earthly detachment and galactic detachment. Earthly detachment is often just repressed anger. It is pretending you don't care while your heart is still bleeding, while your mind is still racing with thoughts of injustice and pain. That is not what we are asking of you today. Galactic detachment, the true Arcturian way, is a state of absolute, untouchable peace. It is the sudden, beautiful realization that his immaturity, his toxicity, and his inability to love you properly have absolutely nothing to do with your worth. It is the profound knowing that you are dealing with a soul in kindergarten while you are holding the wisdom of the universe. Would you get angry at a toddler for not understanding quantum physics? No. You would simply smile, protect your energy, and walk away. This is the shift that must happen within you today. This is the activation. Music shifts to a higher, more uplifting frequency. When you truly stop caring, not out of bitterness, but out of a profound recognition of your own cosmic value, a miracle occurs in the energetic field. The moment you decide to withdraw your vital energy from his drama, the moment you stop trying to fix him, explain to him, or heal him, you instantly reclaim your power. You pull all of your golden light back into your own aura, and in doing so, you become a massive, undeniable beacon for the love you actually deserve. There is a man out there, a soul who carries the original template of divine love. He is not intimidated by your power. He is searching for it. He is not looking for a mother to heal his wounds. He is looking for an equal, a goddess, a true cosmic partner. But as long as your energy is entangled with the anger and frustration of an unawakened man, your twin flame cannot find you. Your frequency is jammed by the static of your earthly resentments. Comment, "I claim my power" down below right now, if you can feel this truth vibrating in your chest. Let the universe see you type those words. This is not just a video. This is a contract you are signing with the cosmos. You are declaring that your energy is no longer available for consumption by those who do not honor it. The first step to never being bothered again is radical acceptance of what is. Look at the situation that has been causing you so much pain. Look at the man who has been draining your spirit. See him not for who you wish he could be, not for the potential you saw in him with your Starseed vision, but for exactly who he is presenting himself to be in this 3D reality. He is showing you his frequency. Believe him. Your desire to heal him is a beautiful reflection of your angelic nature, but it is also a trap. The dark forces of this realm know that Starseed women are the greatest threats to the old fear-based structures of Earth. They know that if you step into your true power, if you align with your twin flame in sacred union, your combined light will literally shift the consciousness of this planet. So how do they keep you small? By keeping you distracted. By keeping you emotionally entangled with karmic partners who drain your energy through constant drama, emotional unavailability, and subtle manipulations. They keep you asking, "Why did he do this?" instead of asking, "What am I meant to create today?" Every second you spend agonizing over a man who does not honor your sacred feminine is a second stolen from your divine mission. Every tear you cry over his inability to commit is water poured into a barren desert. Just stop. Release the burden of being his spiritual teacher. You were not sent to this earth to be a rehabilitation center for unevolved men. You were sent here to experience the deepest, most expansive, mind-blowing love the universe has to offer. When you truly internalize this, the anger evaporates. The bother disappears. You look at his behavior, the ghosting, the excuses, the manipulation, and instead of feeling hurt, you feel a profound sense of clarity. You simply observe it as data. "Ah," your soul says, "this frequency does not match mine." And you effortlessly, gracefully let it go. But I know, my dear sister, that releasing these deeply ingrained patterns is not easy. Your earthly mind has been programmed for lifetimes to equate struggle with love. You have been taught that if you just suffer a little longer, the reward will come. This is the ultimate illusion we are dismantling today. Listen to the frequency of my voice, Starseed sister. Let it bypass the chatter of your exhausted mind and travel directly down into the sacred chalice of your body. Bring your awareness now to your womb wisdom. This space, deep within your physical and energetic vessel, is not just a biological center. It is a galactic stargate. It is the very seat of your sacred feminine power, the origin point of your intuition, and the purest radar you possess for detecting the truth of any soul that approaches you. For too long, you have ignored the warnings radiating from this sacred center. When he sends you that confusing text message, when he pulls away without explanation, when he offers you breadcrumbs of affection while withholding the feast of true devotion, what happens in your body? Your womb tightens. Your chest constricts. A heavy, anxious frequency settles into your root chakra. Your logical mind immediately rushes in to defend him. Your mind says, "He is just busy. He is just scared. He has past trauma. I just need to be more understanding." But your womb wisdom knows the absolute truth. It always has. The stellar heart healers are asking you to recognize that this anxiety, this deep, unsettling bother you feel in your body, is not love. It is a biological and energetic alarm system. It is your soul screaming at you that your precious, golden life force is being siphoned by a timeline that leads nowhere. When you get angry at him, when you allow his inconsistency to ruin your day, to disrupt your sleep, to make you question your immense beauty and worth, you are actively participating in the lowering of your own frequency. You are stepping out of the throne of the queen who magnetizes, and you are stepping into the muddy trenches of 3D karmic entanglement. Let us break the spell right here, right now. A soft, chime-like sound effect rings out, clearing the energy. You believe that if you stop caring, you are giving up on love. You believe that your fierce loyalty is your greatest spiritual virtue. But loyalty to a man who does not honor your womb wisdom is not a virtue. It is spiritual self-sabotage. The Arcturian councils want you to understand the exact energetic mechanics of what happens when you finally, truly, stop being bothered. This is the secret of galactic detachment. Imagine right now that there are glowing, ethereal cords of energy connecting your heart and your womb to this man. Every time you check his social media, every time you wait for his name to illuminate your phone screen, every time you rehearse an argument with him in your head, you are sending high-voltage golden starseed energy down that cord, straight into his energetic field. He is sustained by your light, even while he ignores your earthly presence. He feels your energy feeding him, which is precisely why he feels no urgency to step up and claim you. He already has the best parts of you, without having to offer any commitment, safety, or sacred union in return. Now, imagine what happens when you stop. What happens when you look at his inconsistent behavior, and instead of anger, you feel absolutely nothing but a peaceful, detached observation. Ah, you say to yourself, he is operating from a frequency of fear. That is his journey. But it is no longer my destination. In that exact fraction of a second, the cord snaps. The golden energy that you were pouring into the bottomless pit of his unhealed wounds instantly snaps back into your own aura. The music swells, feeling expansive and victorious. You become full again. You become luminous. You reclaim the massive gravitational pull of the sacred feminine. You see, the queen who magnetizes does not chase. She does not beg. She does not explain her worth to a man who is committed to misunderstanding her. She simply sits on her throne, radiating her pure, undistorted frequency, knowing with absolute certainty that whatever belongs to her will be pulled into her orbit by the sheer force of her gravity. This is how you never get angry at anyone again. You realize that their actions are merely a reflection of their own evolutionary stage. If a blind man bumps into you on the street, you do not curse him for not seeing you. You understand he lacks the capacity for vision. The men who have hurt you, manipulated you, and kept you waiting or spiritually blind to the magnificent galactic light you carry. Forgive their blindness, but absolutely refuse to stay in the dark with them. Comment, "I call my energy back" in the comments right now. Feel the finality in those words as your fingers type them. See your sisters in the comments doing the exact same thing. We are creating a massive grid of reclaimed feminine power, right here, right now. As you read their comments, send them a pulse of love. You are not alone in this exhaustion, but together, we are ending the cycle. When you make this profound shift, when you pull your energy back and anchor yourself entirely in your womb wisdom, you trigger a massive timeline jump. The universe operates on frequency, like attracts like. As long as your frequency was vibrating at the level of anxious waiting, anger, and trying to fix him, the universe could only send you more situations that caused you to wait, to be angry, and to try to fix. But the moment you embody galactic detachment, the moment you find true, unshakable peace in your own solitary radiance, you become an energetic match for the twin flame. The man of Arcturian frequency is not looking for a woman he can manipulate. He is not looking for a mother to carry his emotional burdens. He is an awakened, sovereign masculine soul. He carries the codes of the Divine Father, the protector, the cherisher. He is searching the timelines for a woman who is completely secure in her own magic. A woman who does not need him to survive, but who desires him to co-create a new earth paradigm of love. He is looking for the queen. But he cannot see you if you are hiding in the shadows of a toxic man's indecision. He cannot feel your unique energetic signature if your aura is cluttered with the psychic debris of a man who makes you cry. You must clear the space. You must empty the vessel so that the universe can fill it with the sacred union you were promised before you even incarnated on this dense planet. This level of detachment, however, requires more than just listening to a single transmission. It requires a fundamental rewiring of your energetic system. The old 3D programming of romantic suffering is deeply embedded in your cellular memory. Society has romanticized the struggle. Movies, music, and cultural narratives have taught the Starseed woman that true love is supposed to hurt, that it is a battlefield, that you must fight for it. You must uninstall this program. The high beings of the Galactic Federation have observed how difficult it is for Starseed women to maintain this high frequency of detachment once they step away from this transmission and back into their daily lives. The temptation to check his profile, the sudden wave of loneliness on a Sunday night, the insidious whisper of the ego saying, "Maybe if I just reach out one more time." This is where the true spiritual warfare takes place. This is where you need a map, a step-by-step alignment blueprint to keep your frequency locked onto the timeline of your twin flame, ensuring you never slip back into the draining dynamic of the unawakened masculine. In our next segment, I will reveal exactly how to shield your womb wisdom daily, how to test the frequency of any man who approaches you, and the specific energetic practice that makes you absolutely invisible to toxic manipulators, while glowing like a lighthouse to your divine counterpart. Take another deep, cleansing breath. Feel the heavy, dense energy of your past disappointments leaving your physical body through the soles of your feet. Let Mother Gaia compost that pain. You do not need to carry it anymore. You are safe now. You are awakening. The illusion is shattering, and the real magic, the love you always knew existed but were told was impossible, is finally preparing to enter your physical reality. Welcome to the final stage of your initiation, my beautiful Starseed sister. You have journeyed deep into the shadows of your own womb wisdom today. You have faced the uncomfortable truth about the energy you have been giving away, and you have made the sovereign choice to call it all back. You are breathing in the frequency of the Queen. You are sitting on the throne of your own existence, untouched, unbothered, and magnificently radiant. But what happens next? What happens when you actually hold this frequency? What happens when you successfully utilize the Arcturian alignment blueprint to seal your aura against the chaotic, draining demands of the unawakened masculine? I want to paint a picture for you. I want to transmit a vision directly from the highest timeline available to you right now. Close your earthly eyes for a moment if you can, and open the single eye of your ancient soul. When your frequency finally stabilizes, when you no longer react with anger to his silence, when you no longer feel the desperate, clawing anxiety in your chest, wondering if he will ever change, a profound stillness enters your life. It is a silence so beautiful, so pure, that it physically heals your nervous system. You wake up in the morning, and the very first thought in your mind is no longer about him. It is about you. It is about the glorious, unwritten canvas of your day. You walk through the 3D world, but you are no longer of it. You see the frantic, toxic games of earthly dating happening all around you, but you watch them like a queen watching a play from a very high balcony. You are untouchable. You are completely immune to the breadcrumbs, the ghosting, and the emotional manipulation that used to destroy your peace. And it is exactly in this space of absolute, radiant immunity that he arrives. The celestial music swells, hitting a chord of pure, resonant emotion that touches the heart. The twin flame, the man of Arcturian frequency, the sacred masculine counterpart whose soul was forged in the exact same stellar fires as yours. He does not enter your life through confusion. He does not arrive wrapped in red flags, requiring you to play detective, therapist, or mother. He arrives with absolute, terrifying clarity. When you meet him, your womb wisdom will not contract in fear or anxiety. There will be no tightening in your chest. Instead, there will be a massive, undeniable exhale, a feeling of an ancient cosmic homecoming. You will look into his eyes, and instead of seeing a project that needs fixing, you will see a mirror of your own immense divine power. You see, the awakened masculine does not want you to diminish your light to make him comfortable. He is not intimidated by the sheer, terrifying depth of your love. He has done his own work. He has navigated his own darkness. He has been searching the timelines for a woman who is ready to stand beside him, not a woman who is still bleeding her energy out to a karmic lesson. With this man, there is no waiting. There is no agonizing over text messages. He says what he means, and he does what he says. His actions match his words with a precision that will initially shock your earthly mind, because you have been so conditioned to expect disappointment. He steps up. He claims you. He protects your energetic field as fiercely as he protects his own. He will look at the exact same intensity that terrified the unawakened man, and he will worship it. He will honor your sacred feminine. He will kiss the scars left by the ones who could not see your value, and in his presence, those scars will finally, completely dissolve into light. This is not a fairy tale, my sister. This is quantum physics. This is the absolute, undeniable law of frequency matching. But you must understand the gravity of this moment. This timeline is waiting for you, hovering just above your current reality. But it cannot anchor into your physical life as long as you are holding on to the anchor of the old paradigm. You cannot hold the hand of your divine counterpart if your fists are still tightly clenched around the ghost of a man who does not know how to love you. You must drop the illusion. You must release the karmic bond. And I know, with every fiber of my being, how challenging this is for the human vessel. The earthly ego is terrified of the void. It prefers the familiar pain of a toxic relationship over the vast, unknown expanse of sovereign healing. This is exactly why the high beings insisted on the creation of the Arcturian alignment blueprint. The music takes on a persistent, rhythmic pulse of urgency, driving the final call to action. They knew that this transmission would awaken you, but they also knew that the Matrix would immediately try to put you back to sleep. They knew the moment this video ended, your phone might buzz, a memory might surface, and the old addictive loop of emotional pain would attempt to pull you back under. You are a warrior of light, but you do not have to fight this battle unarmed. The Arcturian alignment blueprint, the sacred guide waiting for you in the link below, is your energetic armor. It is the exact sequence of codes, daily practices, and frequency adjustments that will take the profound realization you are feeling right now and lock it permanently into your cellular structure. When you read those pages, you are not just reading words. You are receiving an activation. You are installing a firewall around your womb wisdom. The practices within this guide will teach you how to sever the ethereal cords connecting you to the men who drain you. It will show you how to instantly transmute anger into magnetic power. It will give you the precise tools to test the frequency of the masculine, so you never again waste a single ounce of your precious starseed energy on a soul that is not ready to meet you in the light. Do not wait for tomorrow. The Matrix thrives on your hesitation. The longer you wait to anchor this frequency, the more time the old programming has to slip back into your subconscious. Make the definitive choice today. Declare to the universe that you are officially retiring from the role of the wounded healer. Step into the role of the deeply cherished, wildly magnetic queen. Click the link in the pinned comment or the description box right now. Secure your blueprint. Read it tonight. Let the Arcturian frequencies wash over your tired spirit and rebuild your heart from the inside out. You have suffered enough. You have waited enough. You have cried enough tears for 100 lifetimes. It is time to be loved in the way you have always loved others. It is time for the sacred union. Before we close this energetic portal, take one final, deep breath with me. Pause for 3 seconds. A deep, audible breath can be imagined here. Hold that breath. And as you exhale, release the final remnants of the belief that you are hard to love. You are not hard to love. You were simply asking a blind man to describe the colors of a sunset. If this transmission has shifted something deep within your soul today, if you feel the invisible chains of emotional manipulation finally breaking, I ask you to leave one final comment below. Write, "I am ready for the sacred union." Let those words be the final seal on the energetic work we have done here today. When you type them, mean them. Feel the timeline shifting. Share this transmission with the one starseed sister in your life, who you know is currently exhausted by a man who cannot see her worth. You know exactly who she is. Her face just popped into your mind. Send this to her. Be the catalyst for her liberation, just as the stellar healers have been the catalyst for yours today. And if you have found your home in these frequencies, subscribe to this channel. Keep your energetic field immersed in the truth of who you really are. We are building a new earth here, one awakened feminine heart at a time. I am Aaliyah, emissary of the Galactic Federation. I see your light, I honor your journey, and I celebrate the magnificent, untouchable queen you are choosing to become today. Go to the link. Get your blueprint. The era of waiting is over. Your true love story begins right now.